Stop embarrassing yourself and just go home, Chris.
Welcome to the program. This is Metal Robot Reviews.
Welcome to the Metal Robot Reviews channel. I'm your host, Tom McKay. And today, yes, I'm fully aware I'm late on this one. We are doing the 10-second purge. It's been a bit since the last one, I know, and I'm running really late on this one. And while we're at it, the best of the year list isn't even out yet, so oops. But none of that matters because today we are covering quarter 4 of 2020. So that covers October, November, and December album releases. So any albums that were left behind in 2020, we'll be bringing back up today and talking about them before I start getting into the best of the year list, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Winter Night, self-titled, looks graceful and shit like that, but you mustn't forget about the sharp talons it's got if you get too close. Monsterworks, Malignment, heavy metal mixed with progressive ideologies. Put me in a robe and call me a zealot, cause I'm joining that cult. Autocatalytica, Powerclashing, Maximalism, jazzy, proggy, and trying really hard not to leave metal. Nothing new here, but I'm a fan. Moore's Principium Est 7, this and Embers of a Dying World. I don't know who else agrees with me, but these guys really stand out as some epic and vicious melodic death metal. Assimilation, Tainting the Purity, speedy death metal goodness with a side of Amaranthe, Manifest. It's a bit too pop for my taste, but if you think metal with a mainstream flair is going to be up your alley, then this is worth checking out. Blue Öyster Cult, The Symbol Remains, classic rock that may not be as good as it used to be, but damn does it still rule. Wreck-Defy, Powers That Be. Musically, this album kicks ass. Guess it kinda has to though, cause lyrically this album is weaker than a wet noodle trying to lift a whiskey bottle. Zeal and Ardor, Wake of a Nation. See, the thing about Zeal and Ardor is, I never know whether to headbang to the beat or snap my fingers to it. Sorcier, the Glace and Monde, Glace at this song. Okay, I wanna know, who the fuck listened to the guitar tracks with the treble turned up to 11 and thought, you know what this needs? More high end! My ears are bleeding, you bastards! Evocatus, Path to Tartarus. I mean, it's nothing I haven't heard before, but I would still recommend it to any metalhead Spartans out there who want to venture out for an adventure. Seraphic, Chrysalis. I mean, again, it's nothing I haven't heard before, but when it comes to symphonic metal, you could do way worse. EvilDead, United, $Tate, $sign of Anarchy. Shit, I used up my time for that joke. Fuck. And a more newer, okay. It's the end of 2020, people have bigger problems to deal with, so let's just make what everyone else is making. It works. It's not unique, but it works. Synopsis, Initiation. Okay, this wasn't actually part of the final album, but why did the promo copy have like minutes of dead space at the end of the songs? You scared the shit out of me. Corey Taylor, CMFT. I mean, I guess for a first solo outing, he could have done worse, but I don't see how that's a plus. Deeds of Flesh, Nucleus. The only way I can describe this album is progressive, symphonic, sci-fi, alien, AI, demonic, black, and death metal, and let you fill in the fucking blanks if you can. White Magician, Dealers of Divinity, classic heavy metal a la Blue Öyster Cult, but it's clearly counting their cards in this game. I swear, it's rigged. There is no way I would lose this game in like 5 seconds. Anthea, Illusion. I feel like the vocals could have used a few more takes to get just right, but yeah, I creamed. 6 Feet Under. You don't need the album title. It's the exact same weak sauce they've always released. You're not in Cannibal Corpse anymore, Chris. Those days are over, Chris. Stop embarrassing yourself and just go home, Chris. Interval, Circadian. Not much I can really report on here. This is just a mathcore band who sounds like they really wanted a vocalist but are still looking for one. Carcass, Despicable. Carcass has a habit of just shitting out whatever gold they've got. When they stop doing that, can someone let me know? I want to capture the non-golden turd for safekeeping. The Myopia Condition, Event Horizon, the result of a deathcore band wanting to be way more interesting at a party. So they're just like walking up to everybody, it's like, see, I talented music man. Soloist in Verses. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect from the album cover, but on my first listen, I had a spooky good time. Pegaroth, Perfidia. This is so black metal, Varg Vikernes might have had a ritualistic influence here. Okay, maybe not in the church burning kind of way, but I refuse to believe he was not involved here. Bane, Esoteric Formulae. Despite the lack of an orchestra, you can tell this was clearly written for one, which makes its metallic energy that much more welcoming. Ars Breed, Buto. Buto indeed. Buto indeed. Hatebreed, Weight of the False Self. It's true, there's nothing wrong with simplicity, and the caveman in me is listening to this and loving the hell out of it. Orbit Culture's Nisha. Think Whitechapel, if they included more cleans and were Swedish. I'm gonna piss someone off with that, I know it. Cult Burial, self-titled, sludgy, disgusting, and unforgivable. It's 2020 in a nutshell, yet I don't hate it for that reason. Dark Tranquility Moment. Think Trivium if they were fronted by Alexi Laiho, rest in power, and were focused more on traditional song structures. That's Dark Tranquility. Old Mother Hell, Lord of Demise. One look at the album cover and the name of the band actually tells you nothing. I was surprised by that. That's usually not the case. Within the Ruins Blackheart, it's some pretty good modern death metalcore, but that's all I can really say about it. It's not the cure to cancer the genre desperately needs, but it's sure to rip and tear that mosh pit into itty bitty pieces. Gaia Guarda, Anatomy of Fear. I'm probably committing some kind of high sin by reviewing an album classified as electronica, but this dark slice of depressing is one big black hole of Oro self-titled. If you had come out just a couple months earlier, you would have been featured along the other albums of the last 10-second Purge that needed a bath and a half. Fuck. Becoming the Lion, Unearthly Creature. I think it's good. Not great. The vocalist in particular gave me a few issues when he tried singing into the higher register. But this act has potential. Fate's Warning, Long Day, Good Night. Heavy, catchy, and an all-around fun album, despite what the album cover and the name suggests. Yeah, I know, weird contradiction, I know, I'm surprised by that too. Contrarian, Only Time Will Tell. Melodic, thrashing, progressive, and a vocal style that belongs in grindcore. I give you Contrarian. Venom Prison, Primeval. Jesus fucking Christ. These guys are more vicious than a double murder being burned by a blowtorch. TDW, The Days the Clock Stops. Okay, technically this album came out this year, but it was available on streaming platforms in December, so long story short, get it. Fucking get it. Schwarzen Requiem. Nasty, irrespectful, and downright disgusting black metal. Huh? Soilwork, A Wisp of the Atlantic. Yeah, easy recommend for MDM fans. It's nothing new in the Soilwork camp by any means, but you still can't go wrong with these guys. Skyless Eons, Drain the Sun. Teeth-gritting death metal with the elegance of progressive. I don't know whether I should kill it or fuck it. Or both. Imperial Sorrow, Prey. A death rock fusion that makes you question the very existence of subgenres. I mean, you could try to slot this somewhere, but that just creates another subgenre, and we're trying not to make things more complicated. Pyramid's Epitaph. Still as strong a Pyramid's record can be, and props for bringing back Lance King for the ending there. Oh, nice touch. Sodom's Genesis 19, a classic Thrasher's Paradise. So much so that the actual Thrasher's Paradise crew, I'm pretty sure I just heard him orgasm from the other end of the city. Without Mercy, Seismic, unrelentless, unforgiving something metal. Yes, I know that's not a genre, but you listen to it and you tell me what it belongs to. Repute, Dawn of Reintoxication, raw and filthy. Like your sister on the street corner. Oh, I am so sorry, I thought you knew! Shattered Hourglass, Timekeeper. When I saw this band had a pretty young guitar prodigy in it, I was worried about endless wank, but thankfully the kid kept his shit under control, so props. Johansson and Speckman, The Germs of Circumstance. Did everybody just take speed before writing this? I'm getting that kind of vibe from this. Dismal's Quinta Essentia. Man, Disney's gone really dark and depressing since the pandemic, huh? It's okay, Mickey. I feel ya. Azarath, Saint Desecration, a pure, uninterrupted assault on your eardrums with a hint of Satan. Liturgy, Origin of the Alimonies. Okay, the fact that it took you 7 minutes to do something is why you failed. We get it, your orchestra can do dissonant stuff. Fucking do something with them! Dark Quarterer, Pompeii. This is so prog that whatever's left of Rush might just sue. Botanist, Photosynthesis. Did Nature Dude get a concussion before coming on here? Because it feels so disorienting, it's almost like he played rugby with a moose and failed. Nocturnal Bloodlust, The Wasteland. I mean, it's good, but if I could be real for a moment, the scene chaser bullshit's not working anymore. Change things up next time or get lost in the shuffle. That's my advice. So with that, this finally concludes the 10-second Purge for 2020. It's been way too long making this series for this year, but finally we're done and we're now moving on to 2021. Of course, we do have to get the best of the year list out before we can actually move on, which will be coming out hopefully within the next couple of weeks. But with that said, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any albums from this year that you want me to talk about, then be sure to let me know in the comments down below, or anything really that you want me to talk about either as a full review or to be covered in the 10-second Purge. Let me know in the comments down below. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, ring that fucking bell, and I'll see you in the mosh pit next time. Have a good night.